Hello, my dear viewers. This is your history teacher Tirupati Nayak Malot, and you are watching Tirupati Malot social classes. Dear viewers, we are discussing an interesting topic of Telangana movement or Telangana history. In our earlier lesson, in our earlier session, we have discussed about city college incident and the consequences of city college incidents which took place in the September 1952. Okay, now we are going to discuss about background of Andhra state and various committees. Few committees were set up. So what are the important committees and what the committees has been given the recommendations? So we try to trace out facts related to this topic. Background of Andhra state. You might have know that Andhra means what? Andhra means coastal Andhra Rayalaseema. Coastal Andhra Rayalaseema. You see, this is an India map only. So this percent, this is this part. So this part is, this is Rayalaseema. This place is Rayalaseema and remaining this is, coastal Andhra. So Andhra means Rayalaseema and coastal plains or coastal Andhra. These are once upon a time, these are in the Madras presidencies. You know that Britishers were introduced presidency system in India. Presidencies. There are few important presidencies are there. Example, Bombay presidency, Madras presidency, Bengal presidency. Few presidencies are there. So Andhra, that means coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema were part of the Madras presidency. That means included the Tamil Nadu. This also included the Tamil Nadu. Then we can say that these Andhra people were under the control of the British. But here the Telangana state or Hyderabad state was under the control of under the control of Nizam, and British also involved in his policies, as we know that. Later Hyderabad liberated. Hyderabad merged in India. Okay, but the Andhra people were living along with the Tamils. We can say that Andhra and Tamil Nadu, these both are in the Madras presidencies. Now these Tamils were dominated on the Andhra people. Tamils were dominating the Andhra people, and all political superlatives are the Tamils. The important persons were Tamils. Okay, so what did you understand? Andhra was once upon a time part in the Madras presidency. So Madras presidency included the present day Tamil Nadu and Andhra. These both were in this Madras presidency. Now these Tamil Nadu people were dominating the Andhra people. There is a language differences, cultural differences, and there will be a political differences. Most of the Telugu leaders were not politically very strong, and the Tamils were politically very strong. Hence, so these Andhra people, they wanted to separate from Madras state. They wanted to separate from Madras presidency. So they wanted to separate from the Tamil people. Then these Andhra people were demanding for a separate linguistic state, because Andhra speaking Telugu language, Tamils language is Tamil Nadu. Hence, there is a diversity is there, differences were there. So due to that, these Andhra people demanding the central government to give a separate state based on the language. Sir, our language is different. Tamil's language is different. Their culture was different. Our culture was different. So we doesn't want to live along with them. We want a separate state. Hence they are demanding. And one more thing I wanted to explain to you. Madras presidency was under the control of British. Madras was under the control of British. Then we can say that Andhra people also under the control of British. But whereas Hyderabad state was under the control of Nizam, but it was merged in India later. So wherever the British rule was there, that people were advanced than the princely states. Am I right? I want to repeat. Wherever the provinces or the places which are under the control of British, their modern education was there, English education was there, and these people are little bit developed than the princely states. So you make a note that point. Okay. So the people of Andhra were advanced than the Telangana or Hyderabad state because they were under the control of British. They introduced English education, and moreover, these people are demanding what? These people are demanding a separate state. So what was the separate state? So the separate state is also called as Andhra state. So here Andhra people demanding a separate state. Andhra people demanding a separate state. Then lot of requests, many leaders, important leaders were requested the central government to give a separate state for the language based, linguistic based. Finally, central government was set up one committee. So that committee name was S.K. Dhar committee. Very, very important. In civil services exams also, these kind of questions may appear. It will many times these questions were repeated. So S.K. Dhar commission, S.K. Dhar committee. What this committee was recommended? S.K. Dhar committee, it was appointed in 1948. Very, very important. S.K. Dhar committee. So S.K. Dhar, who was S.K. Dhar? S.K. Dhar was one of the important retired judge of Allahabad court. Retired Allahabad court judge. Okay. So S.K. Dhar, this committee was led by S.K. Dhar. S.K. Dhar was retired Allahabad court judge. It's important. This is also important. And other two persons were Pannalal and Jagat Narayan. So these people were given in Narayan. These three people were given an important recommendations. They said no for the language states, no linguistic states. So they advised that as per the present circumstances, linguistic states will be not good for the country, not desirable as per the present situation. They have recommended. They also mentioned that if we wanted to create a separate state, or division of the state, it may be better to depends upon the geographical identity or geographically. Okay, so geographical viability. So geographical conditions, based on the geographical conditions we can create a state. Okay, based on the administrative purpose we can divide the state, and we can also divide the state based on the financial status. We can divide the state based on the population. We can divide a state based on the population. We can also divide a state based on the protection of development or development purpose. Fifth one, for the purpose of development, but not in the name of language. Okay. So S.K. Dhar committee, which was set up in 1948, the members were S.K. Dhar, who was retired Allahabad court judge, and Pannalal Jagat Narayan. These three members committee, they suggested that no linguistic state as per the present circumstances, it is not desirable in India. They suggested that state can be divided based on the geographical purpose, okay, geographical viability, administrative purpose, financial convenience or financial status purpose, population purpose, for the name of, in the name of development purpose, but not in the name of language. So whenever this Dhar committee was not accepted for the linguistic state, Andhra people were very sad. Andhra people were unhappy. So Andhra people were again demanding, no, this committee we didn't accept this committee report. No, it is not correct. Again, they are started their agitation. They are started their movement. So to control them, to satisfy them, again the central government set up another committee. So another committee was set up. This committee is called as JVP committees. Important committee. This is also JVP committee. JVP committee was set up in 1948. JVP committee was set up in 1948 and they gave report in 1949. They gave report in 1948. So very important. JVP. So to satisfy the Andhra people, this committee was set up. Okay, it was set up. I am writing here, and the report. J means Jawaharlal Nehru. V means Vallabhbhai Patel. P means Pattabhi Sitaramaiah. These three important persons played very crucial role in the formation of the JVP committee. So JVP committee comprised with the three people: Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Pattabhi Sitaramaiah. This committee was set up in 1948. They submitted the report in 1949. They also said that yes, there is no chance. As per the present circumstances, there is no viability. There is no chance to form a states based on the linguistic state. Okay, but they have given that here, but exclude they given it is these rules and regulations were not applicable for the Andhra state. Andhra state can be excluded. Okay, so JVP committee, we can say that JVP committee, they report that Andhra state should be formed. Okay, Andhra state should be formed. Okay, so it was very happy news for all, and they again stressed one more point: no need of new states in India. Okay, what they given? No need of new states. No need of new states, but Andhra can form. But Andhra should be formed. So this is the recommendation, short recommendations. No need of new state, they said, but exclusion. It was exclude for the Andhra state. We doesn't want to give any linguistic state except Andhra state. Andhra state should be formed. But they have given yes. They said yes. Dhar committee, they said no. But now JVP committee, they said yes. JVP committee said yes, but they are delaying to give the state. 1949 only they said yes, we are ready to give a state, but they are delaying to give a separate linguistic state, that is Andhra. Hence the people again they started their agitation demanding a separate state. They doesn't want to mingle with the Tamils. They wanted to separate the Tamil people. They wanted to separate from Madras presidency. Hence in 1951, Mr. Gollapudi Sitaram. It's an important name, Gollapudi Sitaram. Gollapudi Sitaram was the first person who went for hunger fast unto death for the Andhra state. Okay, first person went to hunger fast unto death for Andhra state. So it was important. It is very, very important. They may ask you, who was the first person went to hunger fast for the Andhra state, that is Gollapudi Sitaram. When Gollapudi Sitaram went to hunger fast, Acharya Vinoba Bhave met with Gollapudi Sitaram and he was suggested that it is not an appropriate way to demanding a separate state. And again in 1952, Mr. Potti Sriramulu, it's very, very important, I think. Potti Sri Ramulu. In 1952, Potti Sri Ramulu, he was started hunger fast unto death. Okay, hunger fast unto death. So he was started fast unto death. He was started his fast on 19th October 1952. He was started his fast. He was died on the 15th December 1952. His death. He was died. So the person who was died for the separate Andhra state, Potti Sri Ramulu. Potti Sri Ramulu was died. When Potti Sri Ramulu was died, the circumstances, the situation has been, the riots were took place and clashes among the Tamils and Andhra people. A lot of disturbances that took place, and finally Nehru, at the time then Prime Minister, he was announced, yes, we are ready to give a separate state, that is Andhra. He was died for after 58 days. Okay, after the death of 58 days, Nehru announced a Andhra state. He was announced a Andhra state, but central government again they set up another committee. So that committee is Kailasnath Vanchu Committee. Kailasnath Vanchu Committee is very, very important. Kailasnath Vanchu Committee in 1953. It's very, very important. Kailasnath Vanchu Committee. Why this Kailasnath Vanchu Committee was set up? Kailasnath Vanchu Committee was set up to study the problems of the capital. Okay, to study the problems of capital. To study the problems of capital and economic conditions. Conditions of the Andhra and Madras. Yes, Nehru was announced a state. Nehru was ready to give a separate state. So he was announced a committee. He was set up a committee in 1953. It's very, very important. So that committee is Vanchu Committee. Kailasnath Vanchu Committee was set up in 1953. For what purpose? The committee was set up for the purpose of to study the problems of the capital, because they are ready to give a separate state, that is Andhra state. So they wanted to, for each and every state, capital is needed. Capital city is needed for the purpose of the capital city and the economic conditions of the Andhra, and there is division for this purpose. Their profit or loss or whatever the circumstances, for the conditions to trace out the facts related to economic conditions, they have set up this important committee. And after the formation of this important committee, so Andhra state was formed on October 1st, 1953. Andhra state was formed. So Andhra state was formed. It's very, very important. When Andhra state was formed on 1st October 1953. Right? The capital was Kurnool. And High Court was, they proposed to set up a High Court at Guntur. And capital city at Kurnool. So this is the background of Andhra state. Finally, Andhra state was formed after the death of Potti Sri Ramulu. 58 days he went on hunger fast. Finally, he was died. Okay, on 15th December 1952. Then the first linguistic state in India, Andhra state. Which was the first linguistic state in India? Andhra state. So till now we have discussed about the three important committees. First one is SK Dhar committee. Second one is JVP committee. Third one is Kailasnath Vanchu committee. Okay. So now let's discuss. Whenever they accepted a linguistic state and all other states were demanding, no, we want a separate state. Gujarati speaking people demanding, we want a separate Gujarat state. Rajasthani language people, they are demanding, we want a separate state. Okay, Marathi speaking people, they are demanding separate state. Kannada speaking people, they are demanding separate state. Odia speaking people, they are demanding a separate state. So it was a headache to the central government. Then central government appointed one more committee. Central government appointed one more committee. So what was that committee? So what recommendation they did? Let's we try to discuss that also. Whenever Andhra state was formed, they have decided, a meeting was held, one agreement was held. So that agreement is called as Sri Bagh Pact. Sri Bagh Pact or Sri Bagh Agreement. According to the Sri Bagh Agreement, the capital city set up at Kurnool and High Court was set up at Guntur. Right? Okay. So finally, Andhra people, they won. They are victorious. They separated from the Madras. They separated from the Tamils. Now they are happily separated. Right? Next. So whenever the Andhra state was given, all the states were, wherever the different people, different communities in India, they are demanding, no, we also want state. You are giving separate state to them, why not for us? So they are questioning the government. Then here, State Reorganization Committee. State Reorganization Committee is very important. State Reorganization Committee. State Reorganization Committee 1953 is very important. This State Reorganization Committee was set up in 22 December 1953. It's a date also very important. State Reorganization Committee was set up in 1953, 22 December 1953 for the purpose linguistic states. What? Linguistic states. To give recommendations on linguistic states is the situations in India or what are the demands of the different people. So this SRC, this is also called as SRC. This is also called as SRC, State Reorganization Commission, State Reorganization Committee. Okay. So this committee was consisted 3 members. First one was Fazal Ali, very important. Mr. Fazal Ali. Who was Fazal Ali? Fazal Ali was an important person. He was governor of Orissa. He was governor of Orissa that time. Governor of Orissa, Fazal Ali. Then second person was H.N. Kunjuru. H.N. Kunjuru was member of Council of States. He was member of Council of States. H.N. Kunjuru. And third important person was K.M. Panikkar. K.M. Panikkar was Indian ambassador in Egypt. Okay? Indian ambassador in Egypt. In Egypt he was working as an ambassador. Okay? Ambassador. So 3 important persons. State Reorganization Committee was set up, headed by 3 people. First person was Mr. Fazal Ali, Governor of Orissa. H.N. Kunjuru was member of Council of State, and K.M. Panikkar was Indian ambassador in Egypt. So they gave a report. In the 30th September 1955. They gave report, submitted the report. So they gave the report on 1955 September 30. And Indian Parliament was accepted in 1956. Parliament was accepted. Okay, Parliament was accepted this report. What recommendations they gave? They gave huge recommendations, the best recommendations. Few recommendations were very best. They gave the recommendations that India should be divided into 14 states. India should be divided into 14 states and 6 UTs. So how many states are there right now at present? We are having 28 states. How many UTs we are having? 8 UTs are there right now. We are having 28 states right now and 8 UTs. But what this SRC was recommended? SRC was recommended for 14 states and 6 UTs. 14 states and 6 UTs. So these SRC people, they visited 1953 June 1953 they visited Hyderabad. It's important. 1953 June SRC they visited Hyderabad, and 1953 July they visited Karimnagar and Warangal. So they are taking the consideration. They are asking the people important considerations they are taking. So June they visited the Hyderabad. July, in the month of July 1953, Karimnagar, Warangal also they visited. Okay, here Anand Rao Tota, Professor Anand Rao Tota and Professor Jaishankar, these all people were, they are giving their views to the State Reorganization Committee that we want a separate state. We want a separate state. So Hyderabad at the time was a separate state, but there was a discussion was going on from 1952 onwards. There was a discussion was going on to mix Hyderabad state and Andhra state, to mix Hyderabad and Andhra state. So Professor Jaishankar, Anand Rao Tota, few of the intellectuals, Marri Channa Reddy, Konda Venkat Reddy, these all people were, they are requesting, no sir, we doesn't want to merge with the Andhra. No, we wanted to be a separate state. We wanted to be a separate state. So these recommendation, this is the important recommendations, 14 states and 6 UTs. Let's discuss the other important points of the State Reorganization Committee. State Reorganization Committee, in the chapter number 5. Chapter number 5, they given the explanation about the Hyderabad. In the chapter number 5, they have their views were written in the chapter number 5 about the Hyderabad, and chapter number 6. In the chapter number 6, they have written about the Andhra. They have written about the Andhra state. So why we are discussing here? Andhra people, they started one more ideology that they wanted to merge with the Hyderabad. They wanted to merge with the Hyderabad. Okay, and here paragraph number 359, para number 359 to 368. Para number 359 to 368. There was discussion was held. There was explanation was given about the division of Hyderabad. This is also very, very important. Division of Hyderabad. Division of Hyderabad. I repeat, in the chapter number 5, they explained about the Hyderabad. Okay, and the chapter number 6, they explained about the Andhra. And the paragraph number 359 to 368, they discussed, they written about the division of Hyderabad. What? Division of Hyderabad. Let's discuss in which para, what kind of important matter they have written in the report, SRC report. Okay, let's see in para 371. In para 371, very, very important, para number 371. In para 371, they have discussed about the Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Hyderabad, Secunderabad suited for the capital city of Andhra. Capital city of Andhra. Because Andhra people, whenever Andhra people they got separate state, from before that only, Andhra people were, they wanted to separate from the Tamil Nadu and they wanted to merge with the Hyderabad. So the demand was there. So here this committee they said, yes, Hyderabad, Secunderabad will be suited for the capital city of Andhra. Because Andhra people don't have a capital city. The Kurnool, nothing was there in the Kurnool. Okay, so they don't have a capital city and their budget was in deficit. The 5 crores minus budget. Whenever they came from the Madras, they don't have a money. But Hyderabad already constructed. Hyderabad, huge buildings were there. Hyderabad, public offices were there. So Andhra people, they are demanding that Hyderabad, Andhra should be merged and one capital city problem will be solved. Capital city problem will be solved. So Hyderabad, Secunderabad suited for the capital city of Andhra. Instead of Andhra, Vishala Andhra. Vishala Andhra. Vishala Andhra means what here? Vishala Andhra means Hyderabad plus Andhra. Hyderabad plus Andhra. I said no. A new theory was proposed by few of the intellectuals of Andhra to merge, to club the Hyderabad and Andhra both. So that is called as Vishal Andhra. That is calling as Vishal Andhra. So in 371, they suggested that Hyderabad Secunderabad is suited for the capital city of Andhra if the Hyderabad Andhra merge. Okay, and 377 important mention in 377. T77 Telangana people, TS people fears. TS people fears. Why TS people, Telangana state people will be fear? TS people fear that they may not adequate consideration. They may not adequate consideration in Vishal Andhra. So this statement gives that Hyderabad state people or Telangana people, Hyderabad state people or Telangana people were frightened, afraid that if we both are mixed, there will be no adequate, may not adequate consideration. They may not treat the Telangana people or Hyderabad state people properly. So that fear is there. I repeat, 377. The Hyderabad state people. Okay, Hyderabad state people fear that they may not adequate consideration in the Vishal Andhra. Next, 378. 378. It again says that if Vishal Andhra comes, if both Telangana or Hyderabad Andhra both they merge, the Hyderabad people will be exploited. Hyderabad people would be exploited by Andhra, because Andhra was much developed than the Telangana. We said no. I said just before that we have discussed. Those states were under the control of British. So these were developed little bit, and those people were under the control of king. The education levels are low, okay, and the technology was very low. It's completely different. So Hyderabad people would be exploited by Andhra in case these both are Andhra because of advanced people, because these Andhra people were advanced. Okay, and important 378 after 384. In the 384 paragraph, Sri Bagh, 384, Sri Bagh or Scottish devolution agreements not work out for the Hyderabad states. Here I wanted to state or not guaranteed. Not guaranteed to the, guarantee means what? Not guaranteed to the Telangana people. Not guaranteed to the Hyderabad people. This is also very important. Whatever I am writing on the board, dear viewers, I am writing this board work because you can make a note. I am referring more than 3-4 books. So it will be a best reference material for you. For your convenience, I am writing, or else without writing on the board, I can explain to you. But you need a notes, for that purpose I am writing here. So 384, I think Sri Bagh, just now we have discussed that. When Andhra state was separated, these all people they discussed where the capital city would be, where the high court would be. The Andhra people they discussed in the Sri Bagh agreement. They made an agreement. Coastal Andhra people, Rayalaseema people, these both were discussed. So that agreement was called as Sri Bagh agreement. Next, what is Scottish devolution? The meaning of the Scottish devolution is Scotland was merged in UK. Scotland is there now. Scotland was merged in UK, United Kingdom, because of the Scottish devolution. So that kind of devolutions this kind of the agreement will be not work out for the Telangana people. That will be not guaranteed to the Hyderabad people. Am I right? Did you understand? So 384, three Bagh agreements, Scottish devolution, any agreement, any written statements, okay, bond paper would not guarantee the Hyderabad people because they are afraid. They are afraid. And moreover, 386, it's important, 386. Clear statement is, we can see in the 386 paragraph. It is, they said that continuation of Hyderabad state. Continuation of Hyderabad state. Better to remain the Hyderabad state same as it is. No changes. Andhra people are demanding that no, Hyderabad, we wanted to merge with Hyderabad. But 386 paragraph they mentioned that continuation of Hyderabad state. If majority of the Telangana people also they wanted to merge with the Andhra. If in the 384, 386 they also declare if the majority of the people in Telangana wanted to merge with the Andhra, they wanted to merge with the Andhra, then they have to wait for the elections of the 1961. Okay? After the 1961 elections, if the 2/3 of the MLAs will be accepted, then there is a chance also they have said. Okay? So I want to write that again, 386. 386 it is problematic for us. That 386 statement was a little bit created problem. Okay? Yeah, 386. 386. What they said 386? 386 they said that continuation of Hyderabad state. Hyderabad state will be continue. Okay? No changes. If the majority of the Hyderabad state people want to merge with Andhra, okay? It can be possible after 1961 elections. 1961 elections. If 2/3 of the MLAs accept for the Vishal Andhra, they said that in paragraph number 386, continuation of Hyderabad state as usual. If the majority of the Hyderabad state people wanted to merge with Andhra, if Hyderabad state people wanted to merge with Andhra, it can be possible. It is a noteworthy point. It can be possible after the 1961 elections. After the 1961 elections, if 2/3 of the majority, 2/3 of the MLAs accept for the Vishal Andhra, then it can be possible. They given very clear statement. They have given. Later, they also suggested. State Reorganization Committee also suggested that Hyderabad state. You know that this is Hyderabad state. In Hyderabad state, certain states where Marathi speaking areas also there. Okay, and other Kannada speaking areas also there. Okay, so this is Hyderabad state, and this is Hyderabad state. So these areas people are speaking Kannada, and these area people speaking Marathi. They given the statement that the people, those who are speaking Marathi, that should be merged with the Marathwada region, Maharashtra state, and the people who are speaking Kannada, that can be added into the Karnataka region. As you know that there are 3 important districts in Kannada and 5 important districts of Maharashtra or Marathwadi, and 8 districts of Hyderabad state were there. Total 16 districts were there. Among the 16 districts, 8 districts from 5 from Marathwadi and 3 from Kannada. These were merged in the Karnataka states. 3 districts of Hyderabad merged with the Karnataka. 5 Marathi districts were Marathi speaking districts were merged in the Maharashtra. So only Hyderabad state 8 districts it was remained. They also suggested this was fulfilled. They also suggested that a new state should be created. Example, Vidarbha, new state, Vidarbha from Maharashtra. A new state, Vidarbha, also should be created from the Maharashtra. The capital city will be Nagpur. Vidarbha. Still, the Vidarbha people were fighting, demanding for the separate state, and the capital city, demanding for the capital city, Nagpur. Okay. So these are the recommendations of State Reorganization Act, State Reorganization Committee. So 30 September 1955, they gave the report to the central government. President was accepted in 1956 and it became an act. Later, 5 districts which are speaking Marathi language merged in the Maharashtra state. 3 districts which are speaking Kannada language, these are merged with the Karnataka state. Vidarbha state was not formed. Okay, they said continuation of the Hyderabad state. They given the report, but nobody were accepted for that. So let's try to discuss about the Vishal Andhra, from where this Vishal Andhra was originated. What is Vishal Andhra? Then we'll get a conclusion about the Vishal Andhra or Andhra Pradesh. So I wanted to tell you that from 1949 onwards, when the Andhra state were included in the Madras state, from that time onwards a Vishal Andhra, a new ideology was developed by Ayyadevara Kaleshwar Rao. Ayyadevara Kaleshwar Rao was founded Vishal Andhra Sabha. When in 1949 only Ayyadevara Kaleshwar Rao he founded Vishal Andhra. It is stated that Hyderabad people also speaking Telugu and Andhra people also speaking Telugu. Why not these Telugu people should be united? So why not these Telugu two regions need to be merged? So from that time onwards, all the intellectuals were discussing about this Vishal Andhra, but they were separated from Madras. After the separation from the Madras, and again it was became very active. But before only, whenever they did not separate from the Madras state, 2 important meetings were held. First meeting was first Vishal Andhra meeting. Okay, first Vishal Andhra Sabha. First important, this was very important. First Vishal Andhra Sabha, it was held in 1950 at where? Warangal. Okay, Warangal. It was presided by Hayagrivachari. Means some of the Telangana intellectuals also, they are interesting. Yes, why not we all people Kalasunte Kaladusukam, that feeling. Okay. Next, the second Vishal Andhra Sabha. Second Vishal Andhra Sabha, it was 1954. Second Vishal Andhra Sabha, it was 1954. In this one, Sri Sri, I think 1956. 54 only. 54. Here, Sri Rangam Srinivasarao. It was held in Hyderabad. Sri Sri was presided. Sri Sri was presided. So these all intellectuals' feelings were Andhra and Hyderabad, this both need to be merged and should be a big state. Okay. Next, few newspapers also advocating. Newspapers also advocated about this Vishal Andhra and Hyderabad people both should be merged. So these important newspapers were Kakatiya, Andhra Janata, and Vishal Andhra. So these three important newspapers, Kakatiya, Andhra Janata, Vishal Andhra, these newspapers also propagating for the Vishal Andhra. What is mean by Vishal Andhra? Vishal Andhra nothing but Hyderabad and Andhra both should be merged, because Hyderabad Telugu people, Andhra Telugu people, these both should be merged. From that time onwards, all the Vishal Andhra feeling was slowly injected to the Hyderabad people. Okay, injected to the Hyderabad people. Now we'll discuss about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar view about linguistic states. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. What Dr. B.R. Ambedkar says about the language state or linguistic states. Let's see now Dr. B.R. Ambedkar views on linguistic states. As you know that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was favor. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also very favor for the linguistic states. In 1955, he wrote a book about, in that book he was explained, he was shared his views on the linguistic states. So he wrote a book that Thoughts on Linguistic States. Thoughts on Linguistic States. So in his book 1955, Thoughts on Linguistic State, he accepted a theory that yes, one state, one language. One state, one language is very good. One state, one language is very good. But at the same time, one language should have in more states. He also stated this. Okay, he also stated that one language should have more than one state. So this is the view, this is the ideology of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It's important question. This also came once in Group 2 question, Telangana movement. Okay, so this is today's our session. In this session we have discussed from the background of Andhra state, from where Andhra state was derived, and why the Andhra people they wanted to merge with the Hyderabad, what is Sri Bagh Pact, and we have discussed about the important committees, SK Dhar committee, okay, JVP committee, Wanchu committee, and SRC committee. Sometimes they also give the committees sequence and they ask the question to arrange the following committees into chronological order. So at the time you have to be ready with to arrange these all into the chronological order. So that's it myself. I hope I cleared this session. It's a very fantastic and useful session to you. If you like this session, you please give me huge likes to me, and please share this channel to among your friends and family members. Support me. If you support me, and I can do the better videos for the competitive purpose. So that's it myself. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.